Hey gun people, this is a pretty good little use of force. I remember seeing this video. I don't remember if I did a video on it, so I may have covered this one before in another video. But basically, this cop gets calls of this. It develops quick, and we'll play it through here, and I'll just kind of tell you what I see here.
So at this point, you don't know if anybody's in there right now.
No, we don't know if anybody's in there.
All right, why don't you let me go ahead and take a look, and then I'll...
Well, the sheriff's department gave me that tool to break in, so... Yeah.
So why don't you wait out here for a second?
Okay, I gotta stop a little bit here. The first minute or so of this video, these people are explaining that the curtains were open and now they're closed, and it's been vacant for a while. So the little background of this is obviously they think somebody's in here, and if you call the cops, stay out of the way and let them clear it. I mean, I've cleared hundreds of places where people are hiding, and for some reason, if it's someone's home, they kind of think they want you there with a gun, they want you to clear it, but they kind of want to come with you. And, I mean, if you ever call the cops, you want to stay out of their way. Let them go in and clear it. Stay outside where it's safe. I mean, shit, they're getting paid to be there. Got a vest on. They got a gun. Let them go in and do their job.
Somebody's staying here.
Just go ahead and let me clear it out here quick, okay? Police department, anybody in here? Show your hands. Make yourself known.
Well, my focus is really not getting, because of all this movement, it's not focusing real well.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Okay, a couple things here. I know everybody's going to let the video play. Be quiet. Listen, I want you to watch this with a critical eye. Listen to the guy's surprise. Listen to him scream. Listen to him go into fight or flight and the responses to the fight or flight. Understanding fight or flight is really important because you're going to go through it if you're ever in a critical incident or a life-threatening incident. So listen to the officer, how he changes, and his directions aren't real clear, and he kind of gives conflicting. He even says, I'm going to tase you right before he shoots.
Right now. Oh my God.
Suspect appears to be complying. Relax.
Put your hand, cross your legs. I will tell you. Drop the gun. Track Key 1, shots fired, number 36. One down.
Okay, really listen to this guy's breathing now. Remember, he's in a shooting, he's in a critical incident, he's going into fight or flight. A lot of things from his sympathetic nervous system are kicking in that he has no control over. Tunnel vision, auditory exclusion, tremors, shakes, loss of thought, loss of long-term memory, time distortion, just so many things. His voice gets shaking. He's not really thinking clearly. If you heard the guy, when the guy moved, he panicked. He said, cross your legs when the guy got up because he went in to a panic mode. He wasn't really expecting that. And I think he set himself up for a lot of these things by clearing this by himself. He didn't put out on the radio that he was clearing a building. Before I clear a building, I always put out, hey, I'm going into this residence, I'm clearing, they think somebody's in there. Just so they know what I'm doing. That way they know where I'm at, things are calm, it hasn't gone to shit yet. I can get my location out, and they know what I'm doing. So then when I key the mic in a oh shit moment, they already have that information. They're not trying to confirm my location. I'm not sure if I got out. If they only hear me yell, they know I was clearing, so they're going to send units. He didn't really do that. So, I mean, and now he's kind of in panic mode. Now he's got to try and catch up when he's in fight or flight, and that doesn't work real well. Breathing heavy.
did you copy that? Shots fired, one down. 1505 East Main. I got one male. I need med unit.
So anybody listening to that, any experienced cops or somebody listening to that, even experienced dispatchers are going to know, okay, this guy was just in a shooting. He's breathing very heavily. He's in fight or flight. He's not thinking clearly. Let me help him. Okay, you notice when he was talking, he was having a hard time sucking air because he was probably holding his breath, which is very common in a high risk. I mean, I still to this day, if I'm punching and throwing in a fight, I tend to hold my breath. And I would always teach people, breathe, breathe, try to breathe. When you're taking karate and martial arts, they're always teaching you to exhale and scream, yeah! It forces you to force air out, therefore it forces you to take air in. You're exchanging oxygen. This guy wasn't doing this, and now he's trying to suck in air and he's trying to catch up, and he's trying to talk, and that's why we tell cops to verbalize. And but you don't want to talk too much because then it's going to be used against you. But you want to talk some way, so you remember to breathe. And right now, because he's not breathing, his heart rate's up at 200. His blood is stopped flowing to his digestive system. It's shut down. So if he's eating a big meal, all the blood from his stomach has to rush to his muscle groups, his fingers. His fingers are going to be getting cold because all the blood left those things and it went to his large muscle groups. A lot of things going on in fight or flight, and he experiences them all because he's really, I mean, you can tell this guy is either his first shooting, his first high risk incident. He doesn't have a lot of experience in this, and fight or flight hit him pretty hard.
Number 36.
Okay, so because she had to come back and ask him where he's at, that tells me they did not hear him the first time he keyed his mic. Either he was nervous, he covered it up, he thought he keyed it, he was in such a panic that whatever happened, his first shots fired did not come out. So, and because he didn't hear the radio, he was in his mind. After it caught up, it took him a while, but then you could tell it was like, why aren't people talking on the radio? Why aren't people say, I'm 2 minutes out? Why don't I hear sirens on the radio? Why don't I hear the dispatcher saying, all units, shots fired, blah, 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 suspect down? Why don't I hear things that I should be hearing? And that's why he repeated it. But it took quite a long time. I mean, it may have only took seconds, but that's a long time if he was fighting for his life or there was multiple suspects or he was shot and bleeding out. This is a great shot of goosebumps, also known as piloerection, the erection of the hairs. I think they also call it horripilation. I might be pronouncing that wrong. But when you have goosebumps and your hair stand up, they say that's from prehistoric evolution, whatever. Animals will do that to look bigger. It makes their hair stand up. It allows them to pick up wind directions, changes. It makes them much more sensitive. And that happens during fight or flight. Your heart rate goes up. It also happens during any other highly emotional event, sometimes sexual arousal. You'll get this piloerection to where your hairs kind of stand up. And it just makes very, very sensitive to the wind, to things. And it also makes you look bigger if you're in a fight for fight or flight. And you're fighting your predator to maybe, porcupines will do that. Other animals will blow up. I think sea lions or something, when a shark's around, their hair puffs up. But anyway, piloerection, goosebumps, those hairs come up, all part of fight or flight. You notice his gun's shaking. You notice he's gotten tremors. Again, he got a huge adrenaline pump in this shooting, and now all that adrenaline has to do something. And that adrenaline came out so he could use his muscles to run or fight, and now he's not using that. So the adrenaline's trying to do something. His body's trying to get rid of it, and the body will try to get rid of that by causing tremors and shakes, kind of like shivers when you're cold. It's trying to use up energy, and that's why you get the shakes and tremors. And, again, I've had leg tremors many times on an incident when I got my gun at somebody thinking I'm going to have to shoot them. So when you experience, you kind of know what's happening, and then you're not worried about, oh, shit, is this odd, or why is this happening? You just kind of accept it. Hey, I'm in fight or flight. I got to deal with it and push through it. Now, from a cop perspective, should he be handcuffing him? Should he be giving him first aid? Should he be doing other things? He's kind of in a fight or flight, I don't want to say a panic mode, but he's in a kind of like, shit, I'm in a stuck mode. I really don't want to do next, and I'm not sure I want to pull away from this guy, and I don't know if he's going to die, but I don't know if he's going to grab the gun. I don't know where the gun's at. I don't know if he has two guns. I don't know if there's more people in here. I haven't even finished clearing the house. This is like the first place I got to. So the cop's mind is really running like people will be like, why ain't he giving him first aid? Why didn't he handcuff him? The reason he's not doing that is all these things are coming in here. He doesn't want to mess up the crime scene. He kind of wants to leave it where it's at. He doesn't want to make the situation worse. He's kind of panicking. He's got tunnel vision and locked on the suspect. A lot of things going on why he's not moving. Would it be better if he moved? It depends. I mean, if I was outside and I had a bunch of people and I could see other threats, then maybe I would move in. Maybe I'd put him in a figure 4 leg lock, jump on his back leg, pin him to the ground, and just keep a gun at the back of his head. I mean, is it worse to have contact with a suspect or to wait? I think waiting for other officers is probably a good thing, but this lag time here seems like it's forever. I mean, in this guy's mind, it's just like, where's the people? Where's the sirens? Why don't I have help? Am I in here alone? Is there anybody else? And then in a minute, the freaking people try to come in, and he's got to worry about kicking them out. Don't come in here.
Ma'am, don't touch anything. Stay outside.
Are you kidding me? I mean, you call the cops because you think someone in the house, then you try to go in before them. Now they go in the house and you hear gunshots and you're trying to come in. Now, somebody's going to say, well, maybe they wanted to check on the officer because they didn't know if he was shot. I'm not going in to check on an officer. If I hear shots fired in the house, I might go to his car and call the radio. I can go to a phone and call 911. I can do other things. My first thought is not to go into a house where shots are fired when I just call the cops. I'm unarmed and I don't know what's going on. But, hey, common sense superpower. He's still trying to get oxygen. He's sucking air. Quit your moaning. You shouldn't have pulled a gun, you big dummy.
Shots fired, man down.
Rick, you're being mean.
Engine 1, 1505 degree, plate number 36. Shots fired, man down.
Man, this took a long time for that to come out. I don't know what the hell the dispatcher was doing, but...
Mike, you want to clear? I haven't cleared that side of the house yet.
Number 36.
Okay, good move. He wants the rest of the house cleared. That's good. Officers are coming in blind. They don't know if an officer's down. They don't know if there's multiple sites. He hasn't put out a whole bunch of information. Look at those goosebumps, man. Wow. He's getting tired. His muscles are giving out because he's holding his arms up. He's tense. He's been holding this tense position for a long time. I'm letting this play out because when the cops come in here, there's some things they did okay and some things not so good.
Show me your hands. Keep your hands up. You okay?
Okay, we got pretty bad cover here. Again, this cop, he's just so tunnel vision and locked. He doesn't even move his gun when the officer walks right in front of it. He still stays because he's just not thinking clear right now. And I'm not cracking on the guy. He's in this confused, kind of like, holy shit, I just had to shoot somebody. Now I'm going to get sued. The media's going to crack me up. I hope I was in policy. I might lose my job. I didn't want to kill anybody today. I hope this guy doesn't die. I hope the gun wasn't a fake gun. I hope the gun was loaded, because if it wasn't loaded, they're going to say I shot him for no reason. If the guy's got a black grandmother or black in his history, I'm going to be called a racist. I mean, all this shit goes on. It's like, you know, people are like, oh, cops just need to shoot him in the pinky toe, you know, and don't worry. Freaking idiots.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine.
Not a lot of communication. Inexperienced agencies and things like this. I've been in agencies that don't do with a lot of violence, and I've worked in agencies that do have a lot of violence. When you have a lot of violence, you do things differently. To me, this isn't a smooth, ongoing operation. This isn't a place that does this a lot. I mean, if cops had done this a lot, there would have been immediate communication on the radio. There would have been people saying, what's his status? Are there multiple? Give us an update. You know, keep the guy talking and engaged. Make sure he's okay, so you can dictate how you want your response. You can dictate officers who's going to show up and start setting up a perimeter, who's going to start marking off the area. I mean, by the time these guys get outside, it looks like there's 8-10 cops there. I don't really see any perimeter set up. I don't see anybody taking charge of the crime scene. I don't see somebody saying, hey, we need a guy at the front door, keep everybody out of the crime scene and start a log. I need to know everybody that goes in and out of this crime scene, because later I need to interview witnesses and find out when the gun is moved, or who moved it, or what officer showed up and didn't, and why we found 4 sets of gloves but we only have 3 witness statements, and I got to track down the, I mean, so when you're doing an investigation later, the more cops understand what you're going to ask and what's going to be needed, the more they can prepare and have a good controlled crime scene. Kind of like, okay, let's not disturb the gun, let's not control the site, let's secure the suspect, let's secure the scene and make sure we're safe, and then let's start getting into a good investigation to where we're trying to preserve where things are at, where the shells are at, where the officer was. Let's get an officer statement, let's get him out of the area. Somebody says take his gun here in a minute. Bad move. You don't want to take a guy's gun right away. I mean, it's just one of the things that kind of messes with a cop if you try to snag his gun from him. He's just been in a high-risk situation. His gun is like his security, and a lot's going through his mind. The worst thing you can do, and they've done psychological study, is take a guy's gun. So you shouldn't take the gun. We'd always take his gun later after we got to a secure area, and we wouldn't take his gun until we had another gun to give him. So when we took his gun, he got another gun. So he was never felt like he lost his gun, he was taken away. Now, is that government taking care of government? Yeah, it is. I mean, they don't do that to civilians. But anyway.
Put your gloves on!
Okay, so somebody has yelled at another cop to put their gloves on. I don't know what's wrong with that cop, but that attitude right there, I'd have been like, yo, motherfucker, put your own fucking gloves on and don't be worried about whether I got my gloves on. I mean, maybe this guy was talking to a rookie, maybe it was his FTO, but you can tell he's kind of jacked up and doesn't know what's going on, so he's going to take out his frustration on someone else. And again, there's not a lot of communication going on. What happened? Are there multiple suspects? Did he shoot at you? I mean, it comes out later, but I mean, that should be kind of like the first thing. Are you shot? You know, was there multiple guns? I mean, there needs to be talking, and this is one of the quietest crime scenes where there's no communication that I've ever seen. So he just picked up the gun, moved it. Was that recorded? Luckily, because the video is recorded, but a lot of times that's not recorded, and now we come up where the gun and where was it and where was the suspect holding it, and you know, was it cleared and who cleared it, and was there a round in the chamber, and did you take the mag out, and where's the mag, and was the round fired? Do we need to look for the bullet? I mean, and again, this is going to happen as the investigation. I'm not saying this should all happen right now, because there'll be someone out there, well, that's going to happen, you're making it. Look, I'm just telling you, I've been in a lot of crime scenes, a lot of shooting scenes, and this is just a quite not real, what I call somebody with experience. They're kind of dictating, hey, let's get some sort of investigation going here instead of just standing around watching this guy bleed out and yelling at some dude to put his gloves on.
Somebody come here. Let me get my gloves on. Gloves? They're in my car. I just had them out for that. Jason. Yeah.
So I think that one cop is handcuffing. That's good. Let's get the guy secured. Make sure he doesn't have other weapons so medic can come in, because medic can't come in until the scene's secure. So the reason the guy's bleeding out is because nobody's saying we have a secure scene.
All the way out here.
Okay, so now they're moving the body. So now we're going to have multiple blood scenes and multiple bleed out scenes. Did they need to move it? Should they have let medical, fix him where he was at? I'm not sure. I don't know why they moved him and why they dragged the body out. I would have just secured him, searched the area around him, and let medical come in that area. But for some reason, they want to drag the body out.
Get him in here now.
You said you get rid of her?
Yes. Did he shoot Ron? He was trying to get the gun ready.
Okay, so somebody did finally ask. This guy's a detective in plain clothes. I'm assuming he's a detective. And again, he's not really taking over the scene, kind of directing anything. He's just kind of observing. And that's what happens at crime scenes a lot. You got a bunch of cops that show up because they want to see the guy shot. They want to say they were at a crime scene. They want to get experience. They'll grow their resume on how many crime scenes, how many people they've seen shot. So they just kind of show up and just want to look. And I mean, yeah, it's great in some area because they get the experience, but that messes up later when the defense attorney is subpoenaing everybody and why were you there and what exactly did you do? Well, I didn't really do. I was just kind of watching. Well, why did you show up? Well, I didn't know if the situation was seen. And isn't it true that you just wanted to show up and you didn't check your shoes and you could have drugged evidence in or you could have drugged evidence out? So, I mean, there's just issues with having all these cops in here. And again, nobody's starting to log to know who's coming in and out.
He looked like he was cycling it. He was standing around the corner here when I came in. He was trying to cycle the gun. He started raising it up. Okay. I told him, drop it.
Now, I don't know if this is the same guy that moved the gun before, but now we have someone else handling the gun. He's manipulating it. I don't know if he knows what kind of gun it is. A lot of cops are not gun guys. They carry the gun they have and the gun that's issued, and that's the only gun they have. I mean, a lot of people think all cops are gun nuts, but they're not. Your range guys and your SWAT guys are usually more your gun nuts, but most regular cops, they don't know a whole bunch about guns. So when they get a gun, they kind of got to figure it out and look at it. And this guy seems like he's kind of struggling on how to figure out how to clear a stinking semi-automatic.
I shot once, I think, and then he grabbed it again and was still trying to. He never did get a shot off. You fired a shot? I did. Fired a gunshot. Yes. Okay.
Did you fire a gunshot? I'm assuming this guy's bleeding all over the place. He put out shots fired, and this guy's asking the cop, did you fire? I mean, I'm not unsure where the hell that came from.
Secure his weapon. Get his weapon, please.
Now they're worried about the cop's weapon. So, again, inexperienced crime scene. They're doing things that really aren't that really important. Why the hell do you want to get the cop's gun and clear his gun? That's not near as important as trying to conserve a crime scene that's there. And I mean, different people be like, you don't know, you weren't there, that's our policy. Okay, whatever. From my experience, I'm just telling you what I've seen.
I'll get it. Go ahead and I moved it. Okay. I'm going to secure this weapon. The gun was back there in the corner, underneath him. I moved it and brought it to right here, and then we grabbed him and we moved him to there. Do you want me to call CBR right away? Yeah. Okay.
I want somebody to try and figure out who's in charge of the scene, because I can't figure it out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 6 cops in there, and I still don't know who's running this scene.
Where the hell is Med?
Where the hell is Med? Maybe this guy's trying to take charge. He looks like the old timer there, and he's the one that's worried about getting a cop's gun, which makes no damn sense to me.
Come on, guys. How many times was he shot, Ron?
Quick, how many times did the cop shoot? You guys were watching a video from the safety of wherever you're at with no stress, no fight or flight. Your life wasn't in danger. How many times did he shoot? But we expect cops to remember that shit in the middle of all this.
I think I fired 5, maybe. Okay. All right, buddy. All right. Hey, back here. With me.
He's right. He didn't fire. 5.
Come on.
How many cops? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Son of a bitch.
8. Okay, so that comment that the cop just made, son of a bitch, he's saying things, and again, inexperienced, first time, he's just voicing stress. He's trying to relieve stress. He's still in tremors. He's still breathing. So a lot of times cops just want to go, shit, I can't. I mean, you know, and that's why you want to separate them, get them away from the public and everybody so they can kind of do that and deal with what's going on physically and mentally in their head right now without it being used against them or some citizen saying, man, a cop came out there and he was cussing saying, son of a bitch, he was unprofessional and he should have been a robot, and why didn't he shoot the guy in the pinky toe? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 cop cars. If there was 2 cops, again, this guy's walking in front of him. He's not what I would say taking care of the officer. When I take an officer out of a shooting or something like that, I want to make sure he's got water. I want to say I'm coaching him. I'm kind of like, dude, relax, keep breathing. You're stressed. You did okay. We're gonna get it worked out. Just keep breathing. Don't say too much. I know you're upset. You probably want to call your family. You probably want to notify somebody you're okay in case they're listening to a scanner. Just relax. We'll get you to the car. We'll get you. You kind of, this guy in front of this guy's like, ah, fuck, just walk out here with me and get in the damn car. Anyway, the video goes on. If you want to watch it, I'll put a link to it, and hopefully you got something out of it. We'll end that there.